Hello internets, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody and this is the Christian news show we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays with geeksothergrace.com. And before we get into the news, there is something that I get to announce that I'm very excited for, that I've been waiting forever to tell you guys. The 2017 72-hour Twitch pledge drive will be taking place March 2nd. For those of you who are new, every year Geeks Under Grace plays video games for 72 hours straight to raise money for our cause. It is completely free to watch, so please share the information around, let other people know that they can watch as well. And if you would like to donate, you will be able to do so. I believe we're opening up the actual fundraiser next week. So yeah, I'm just extremely thankful that I get to help plan it, so I'm very excited we can get on to the news. And the first story of the day really isn't a Christian news story, just something to kind of put a smile on your face. There's this architect named Tina Hopsvian. I think I'm probably saying her name wrong. It might be Hovsepian, I don't know. But as I said, she's an architect and she saw the homeless population in Los Angeles and it kind of shocked her. She's trying to figure out, you have these people living on the streets, how can she help them? So she decided she was going to make a temporary shelter that could be portable, you could move it around, but it would also be durable and keep people cold in the hot weather and warm in the cold weather. And she came to the conclusion that cardboard would be the best way to do this. And so now she runs this nonprofit called Cardborigami, which create shelters that are portable for the homeless that are actually kind of gorgeous. Because she's an architect, so why wouldn't they be? It's really cool. So I just felt like she deserved a shout out, because anyone who takes their artistic skills and then does something really good with it, they just deserve that. Moving on from that, we talk about China. We usually talk about China, we're usually talking about persecution. This is not the case. This is actually kind of really surprising to me. For those who do not know, the Chinese New Year will be on January 28th. And throughout the holiday, there will be a musical being performed throughout the entire country. And what's interesting about this play is that it is a Christian play, and it is about the biblical character Ruth. Now, apparently in China, there is a huge problem with newlyweds and in-laws, and so the story has more of a focus on that. But there is also a huge hope that people will make decisions about becoming a Christian because of this play during the event. And that is huge news, especially for China. Granted, Christianity in China is heavily regulated, but it's not necessarily against Christian values. This is still salvations. And I think that is always good to hear. And from there, I go to the final story of the day, which was a story that I looked at and I was like, this is good news, but now it's kind of bittersweet. By now, you have probably heard of all of the destruction in Aleppo, Syria. When you hear about Syrian refugees, you're often hearing about this city. But the story is that there is a church in Aleppo that is supporting families and encouraging them to stick together and stay in Syria. If a couple has a baby, this church is giving them financial support for the first few years of that baby's life. And the good thing is that this keeps Christianity in Aleppo. It keeps it in Syria. You have these families that are being incredibly brave by staying, but they're also raising up our Christian banner for us. Now, it's really easy to see that and hear that and be very excited, because that is awesome news, but it's also kind of scary. It's because of this program that 100 of the church's members have had children in the last year. And that isn't inherently bad, but they're putting them in this situation. They are in Aleppo, they are in Syria, so they're in a very dangerous place to be having kids. And it's just fact, like a war zone isn't the best place to raise children. And so just prayers for these families and prayers for these children and this church that is supporting all of these families, because it is really awesome of them to do so. Again, just much more bravery than I will probably ever have. Question of the day, what are your thoughts on people having kids in Aleppo, Syria, keeping Christianity in Aleppo, Syria as well, and doing so though? I'd love to know what you guys have to say. I feel like this could be extremely controversial, so please leave your comments in the comment section down below with your answer. And as always, make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name is Cody Armour, bringing you Christian news in a not so boring hideaway every Tuesday and Thursday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.